I feel blessed, that's evident. I'm the best I've ever been. So if they ask you how I feel, what's up? I'ma tell you I feel amazing. I feel blessed, that's evident. I'm the best I've ever been. So if they ask you how I feel, what's up? I'ma tell you I feel amazing. I'ma tell you I feel amazing. I feel blessed, that's evident. I'm the best I've ever been. So if they ask you how I feel, I'ma tell you I feel amazing.
Good evening, good people on this Friday. I told y'all I'll be here Friday. You know, first and foremost, before I even get into it, shout out to everybody who took the time to wish me happy birthday on my birthday on Wednesday. I greatly appreciate it. Everybody taking the time out. I didn't get to all the messages because I was surprised at how many people told me happy birthday. But I am very thankful that I did get birthday wishes on my birthday on Wednesday. So I'm very thankful for that. And I'm still getting birthday wishes now, which is a truly blessing for me to be doing this for another year, to be on this earth for another year. And I don't take it for granted. But with that being said, it's back to business as usual because we got some things to talk about. The second CFP poll came out. There's some no interesting thing is no real movement happening in the top six. Got a lot of news coming out of Michigan, especially the big news that happened today. I got to recap, and I have an embarrassment to get into, which I'm not too pleased with. But I got to do what I got to do. And we're going to do our campus tour, our paradigm pick system. We're going to get up out of here. So, with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, you know how I roll. So, first on the agenda is the 2 minute drill. And to begin our 2 minute drill, ladies and gentlemen, the NCAA reduces penalty for athletes who bet on other teams, and kind of caught my interest at point in time. And I was like, okay, so we're reducing it. And I think if I read it correctly, it's like they reduced it to like a year suspension. I'm like, for betting on college football. Quite interesting. Pull this article back up because I need want to run through it some more. Cause that was caught my surprise. I was like, okay, this is very interesting, and this was done back on my birthday, by the way. So yeah, I even went back to get articles for my birthday because I usually do a show on Wednesday, but I had to go back and really look at this. So I can't find the article. Let me see. Nope, can't find it. Should have saved it. I didn't. That's on me. But yeah, they're talking about a year suspension for betting on college football games, especially if you're an athlete, which is kind of interesting. So, what was the initial penalty to begin with? If the reduced penalty is a year, what was the initial one to begin with? That's all I want to know. Okay, that's what I need to know. What was the reduced penalty? And that was crazy to see that. And then other news: Old Miss football coach Lane Kiffin files motion to dismiss $40 million lawsuit. This lawsuit came from a former player who asked for a leave of absence for mental health issues. Quote unquote, Lane Kiffin didn't care. They said that was an exchange of words and stuff like that. And the race card was played that Lane Kiffin didn't do this with the white players, but he did it with certain type of players and all this other stuff. So it's back and forth. Interesting thing to come up on yesterday with a big game coming out this weekend for Lane Kiffin and Ole Miss. See how they work through it, see how they get through it, see if they can get this past them and look forward to it because they have a big one. It is a big one, and it's on the road too. So let's see how that goes. All right, moving on. LSU Jaden Daniels probable versus Florida after head injury that he suffered last week against Alabama, which I will recap in Gridiron Roundup. He looks probable to play against my Gators this weekend, with that game being at Death Valley. And if I remember correctly, I believe that game is a night game, which makes it even worse for my Gators. Yes, it's a 7:30 kickoff down in Baton Rouge. So it is Death Valley in prime time, and oh my goodness. I'm just gonna move on because yeah, I don't feel too good about that game down in Baton Rouge for my Gators, and we need a win in the worst way. But I'm not done with Florida. Texas quarterback Quinn to return from shoulder sprain versus TCU. What a time to return! But doing his two-game matches, Texas won both their games. After he was hurt against Oklahoma, they won both their games. A big time win that I'm gonna get into in our gridiron roundup. But having a starting quarterback back against TCU, a TCU team who has fallen off the map, going to the national championship game after getting roasted by Georgia, and then to this season where you got upsetted by Coach Primetime Sanders in Colorado, and it's been downhill ever since. So we shall see how that goes with TCU. But Quinn Ernst coming back for the Texas Longhorns, great deal. And then it is the series of news surrounding the school that is called the University of Michigan, the Riverines. Michigan's Blake Corum, no business relationship with Stalin. They said his name was on a business thing with Connor Stallion, and for some reason, the only person that signed it was Connor Stallion. And Blake Kerman doesn't know how his name got it, but he's very thankful to whoever was doing the research or whoever was surfing the World Wide Web and found it. He is very thankful so that his attorneys can figure out how this happened and what they need to do about it because that is just criminal. Another news: Michigan awaits potential punishment from Big Ten. And speaking of that punishment, they ain't them writing a letter saying that if they do anything that is not within the bylaws of the Big Ten, they will take action. So the question was, and this was Wednesday. So it's like, okay, if they're going to take action, what kind of action do we need to see, and what do we need? It does it follow the bylaws of the Big Ten? Is it within the Big Ten's right to do what they've been to do, or what they do? So guess what? The Big Ten made a choice. Big Ten bans Michigan's Jim Harbaugh from sideline. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the big news of the day, the big news of the week, the big news of the weekend. Because Jim Harbaugh will not be coaching for the rest of the regular season. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm giving it to you straight from the source right here. I am on the ESPN website right now. Pete Thamel and Adam Wittenberg wrote this article at 3:44 p.m. today, and it says almost 3 hours ago. The Big Ten has suspended Michigan coach Jim Harbaugh for the remainder of the regular season as the league disciplines the program under its sportsmanship policy amidst the ongoing NCAA investigation into the school's in-person sign stealing ring. The decision was made Friday afternoon as the third-ranked Wolverines 9-0 head to number 10 Penn State 8-1 for a critical road game Saturday. Michigan was found to be in violation of the Big Ten's sportsmanship policy for conducting an impermissible in-person scouting operation over multiple years, resulting in an unfair competitive advantage that compromised the integrity of competition, the conference said in a statement. In the 13-page letter to Michigan Athletic Director Warren Murr, the Big Ten uh, cited preserving the ability of the team to play out its season and Harbaugh being a public face of the program as a reason for Harbaugh serving the penalty. Though the punishment is levied against Michigan, this is not a sanction of Coach Harbaugh, the conference said in its report. It is a sanction against the university that Under the extraordinary circumstances presented by this offensive conduct, should I say, best fits the violation. Harbaugh suspension only bans him from the sideline on game day, as he's allowed to coach the team during the remainder of the week. So basically, it's the same damn suspension at the beginning of the damn season. Remember, he got suspended for the first 3 games of the season, but he could have coached the team throughout the whole week. They pretty much did it again. All right, you can coach the team, but you can't be on the sideline during the game. You're not to be around the team on Saturdays. Sorry, but but Sunday through Friday, you can coach them all you want to. You can coach them all you want to. But Saturday, you can't. You can't see you. We don't want to see you, bruh. This is little. And here's the crazy part: is it is Friday? Okay, it is Friday. Okay, this man is suspended on a Friday. The game is tomorrow. So I want to see how this goes. But let me continue reading. His status for Michigan's game against Penn State could come down to a court ruling. In a statement, Michigan President Santana Orr said the school seeks to get a court order preventing this disciplinary action from taking effect. Michigan's plane landed in Pennsylvania shortly before the announcement. Getting a court order could prove difficult before Saturday's game. Friday is the working nation federal holiday for Veterans Day in courts. In addition, a- a- additionally, in the statement on expresses his displeasure with what he deems to have been a worse process by the Big Ten. Like all members of the Big Ten Conference, we are entitled to a fair, deliberate, and thoughtful process to determine the full set of facts before a judgment is rendered. Today's action by Commissioner Tony Bettiti disregards the conference's own handbook, violate basic tenets of due process, and sets an untenable precedent for assessing penalties before an investigation has been completed. We are dismayed at the commissioner's rush to judgment when there is an ongoing NCAA investigation, one in which we are fully cooperating. Either way, you're cheating, Michigan, first and foremost, even though you didn't play nobody. Why you was cheating? Secondly, in this article that I just read, it said multiple years. Multiple years. When the last time y'all lost to Penn State? When the last time y'all lost to Ohio State? How many years are we talking here? Literally, it says Michigan was found to be in violation of the Big Ten sportsmanship policy for conducting an impermissible in-person scouting operation over multiple years, resulting in an unfair competitive advantage that compromised the integrity of competition. When the last time Michigan lost to Penn State? When the last time Ohio State beat Michigan? When the last time Michigan State beat Michigan? Before they went through what they're going through this year. How long this been going on? Y'all want to be mad because y'all trying to make the playoff. The last 2 times y'all made the playoffs, you got your ass whooped. The first year you down there, made you got your ass whooped by Georgia in the Orange Bowl. Last year when you made it, TCU whooped your ass. And y'all gonna think this the year for y'all? No. And then y'all come out cheating. I'm actually, and first of all, Harbaugh was already getting caught by the NCAA for whatever he did with some damn hamburgers and a recruiting violation. Now you got sign stealing, and this has been going on for years apparently. And Michigan want to be mad. Bro, y'all have a head coach that is probably in the midst of cheating and y'all letting it happen, but y'all fully cooperate. If y'all was fully cooperate, y'all would have said, go ahead, let's get this over with. But no, this is still going on. Either way, either y'all gonna face the punishment and not make the college football playoffs, which most likely probably gonna happen because y'all at the brutal part of your schedule. It's like literally it's like the final 3 games. and you finally get to the games that you have to actually play. And then we talking about, let me think. Yeah, at Penn State. You got Ohio State coming to you at the end of the season because y'all went to Ohio State last year and beat them, which was surprising as hell. And you did it pretty convincingly. So you at Penn State this week. You at Maryland next week. Then you got Ohio State coming to you. Then possibly the Big Ten championship game. Look, I don't know what the NCAA is going to do with you, but I have a feeling the way this is going, Jim Harbaugh finna make his way back to the NFL. Because if he stays, it's looking like when the NCAA get done with their investigation, you're gonna be gone for a year at minimum. A year. This my thoughts. I haven't heard nothing. But I'm just going by what I've been reading and stuff. From what I've been reading, it could be a minimal a year for Jim Harbaugh if he stays at Michigan. The way the NCAA is taking their due diligence and they saying they got evidence of this and there's no way around it. Jim Harbaugh, we facing problems. They don't even care if you was involved or not. The fact that you're the head of the Michigan program, you're gonna get this rap. Unless you take your ass back to the NFL, which I think you finna do. You've been denying the NFL for so long. I don't think you want to deny it no more. I think you want to come back to the NFL right about now. Because they coming, the NCAA is coming for you. Okay? Just know that the NCAA is coming for it. And they gonna bring the full force hammer down on Jim Harbaugh and Michigan when they get ready to. And that's not gonna be a pretty sight. Really not. Outside of that, the Big Ten saying you suspended for the final 3 games. Very interesting. Penn State, Maryland, both road games, home to Ohio State in the big house. Very interesting. So now you want to get a court order, which is going to be hard to do today. So definitely missing. So Jim Harbaugh is definitely missing the Penn State game. For us, the other two, we shall see. But man, it's getting ugly in Michigan, and it's getting ugly by the day. Okay. And so I'm not gonna spend no more time on it. So I spend enough time on 2 minute drill than I normally do because this story here was just woo boy. So we gonna call it that for that. That's the 2 minute drill, ladies and gentlemen. We're gonna take a break and then when we come back, we're gonna recap what took place in week 10. We'll be back.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another edition of Cowboys Talk.
The Dallas Cowboys got exactly what they deserved. Let me say that one more time, because you know it's true. The Dallas Cowboys got exactly what they deserved.
Dak Prescott is overrated and he shouldn't be paid, okay? And the same thing with Pollard. I mean, Pollard breaking the tackles at that 57-yard touchdown run. I mean, we needed that big time.
33 points in the fourth quarter. Let me say that again. 33 points in the fourth quarter. And that's off of 4 turnovers committed by the Colts. See, at one point, and the fact that at the end of the third quarter, it was 21-19, and the final score was 54-19. Now that, ladies and gentlemen, that is completely unexpected.
Cowboys Talk is available on all streaming platforms, including Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Amazon Music, and YouTube.
The Playmaker Spot is sponsored by Lids. Locker Rooms by Lids. Shop hats and official sports gear at Lids. Lids, the leader and #1 destination for hats, gears, and everything that moves you. Make it a perfect shop for fans to find official sports hats, merchandise, and gears. Represent your team, your town, and your style with a snapback, adjustable, fitted hat, or beanie from thousands of college and professional teams. Browse the very latest jerseys and t-shirts for the
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another edition of...
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Bearing Down the Gridiron here. I'm the Playmaker back with you. Now, before I get into our next topic of today, all right, before we get into our next topic of the day, ladies and gentlemen, I have a guest to bring on here. He is the leading man for Snowman Multimedia. He is the founder and the great host of Snowman in the Morning. The man's ready to talk some college football with me. The one, the only, Brian Snow.
Hey, how's it going, my friend?
Let's go.
I'm feeling great. How are you feeling?
I'm in there. We doing some things right about now.
That's good. That is very, very good. Good to see you.
Before I get into my next topic, real quick, I just got done talking about Jim Harbaugh and what the Big Ten has labeled out a 3-game suspension for him, which pretty much is the same suspension that he got at the beginning of the season. Now he getting at the end of the season. Any thoughts?
Mhm.
Right before a big game.
Nope. Michigan screwed. Those are my thoughts. Let's go. Let's move on.
There you go. So we're going to go ahead and get into it, ladies and gentlemen. Our next topic of the day, the Gridiron Roundup. And to begin our Gridiron Roundup, this is the college slate that we gave you last week. You see Texas took care of business against Kansas State at home. Ole Miss escaped Texas A&M, a tricky Texas A&M team. They showed when they want to show up. They showed up for this one, but Ole Miss handled business at home. Penn State handling business on the road, dominating fashion. One of the games that we was looking at down in the SEC, Georgia with a 9-point win over Missouri. The Bedlam. Oh, Lord, we going to get in the Bedlam.
Yes.
As you see, Oklahoma State gets the last laugh of all laughs with Oklahoma. And then the game of the year, game of the week, should I say, down in Tuscaloosa, Alabama. Crimson Tide dominating second half. So let's jump right into it. First up, Texas in overtime over Kansas State, 33-30. 2-0 for the Longhorns without their starting quarterback, Snowman.
Yep. And I'm going to say something a lot of people are not going to agree with. Texas is about to run the table, which includes the Big 12 championship, because they were supposed to lose these last 2 games without their starting quarterback, and all of the controversy that came within because we're not starting Arch Manning. The right person has the job, and Texas is about to go on a run, a deep one.
And if Snowman wasn't here earlier, guess what? Quinn Ewers will be back for the TCU game.
Good. I hope they hang 50 points on TCU.
All right, down in Oxford, Mississippi, Lane Kiffin hosted Jimbo Fisher in the battle of the SEC West. Ole Miss needed a win to keep pace with Alabama, and that's what they do with a 3-point victory over Texas A&M.
Yep.
Kiffin won a big one. Yet again, Jimbo Fisher lose another one.
Let's see. How does my partner put it in the morning when talking about Brandon Staley? Dear Jimbo Fisher, you fired. Next.
Not you fired. Oh my gosh. Right there. Oh Lord.
But find the lie though. Find the lie.
Jimbo, you're struggling, sir. Remember what you said when you was a Florida State head coach and you in the SEC? I don't think you even been to the SEC championship game yet. Just gonna throw that out there.
And I'm gonna throw this out there again. Dear Jimbo Fisher, you fired.
Right. Moving on, because they can keep going. Penn State dominating Maryland. And I'm gonna be honest. I picked Penn State, but I didn't think they were gonna blow them out, though.
I did. It's Maryland.
Let me clarify it. It was Penn State on the road. Now, if it was at College Station, then yeah, I'd be like, oh, they finna roll these boys. But I'm like, is it Maryland? Maryland likes to show up at home for whatever reason, but Penn State won't have it.
Listen, Playmaker, I picked them to cover anyway. Maryland has nothing and ing. Okay?
Not nothing.
Thank you, Jody, for that. Maryland has nothing and ing. Period. They got
He said nothing. Wow.
Nuff and ing.
But,
Those
hey,
are three. Those are three separate words. Although two of them are syllables. Maryland's 5-4. Okay,
mhm.
are they going to make a bowl game? Probably. Did they have a chance against Penn State? Oh hell no. Maryland has Nuff and ing.
Yeah, we're gonna talk. We're gonna talk about a team that can possibly make a bowl game a little later this segment.
Mhm.
The Bulldogs 9-0 with a 9-point win over Missouri down in over the hedges in Athens, Georgia.
They
The
took care of
Bull-
business.
The
They took-
Bulldogs they
Yep.
just keep rolling. They just
They-
keep on rolling.
You know the greatest part about this particular stretch for Georgia? No Brock Bowers. They don't care. Oscar Delp is Brock Bowers in waiting. Okay,
There's no
whoever replaces
Rouse.
whoever replaces Carson Beck, they're the next great Bulldog quarterback in waiting. We've said this about so many teams across so many sports. They don't retool, they reload. And
Right. There's
it's
no Brock Rouse in sight.
no Brock Bowers in sight. More than likely, they're going to rest him again this week. And look, I've said this often. I will continue to say it often. To be the champs, Nick Saban, you must unseat the champs, Nick Saban. Oh,
Hey, why are you bringing this signal into this? Okay.
you know exactly why I'm bringing Nick Saban into this.
Hey,
Because
let's say it's the goat.
unless Old Miss does what I hope them to do, which is spring a colossal upset, it'll be Nick Saban getting beat down by Kirby Smart for the SEC championship in Atlanta. Listen, I love you, Missouri. I've seen Farrell Field, been to Farrell Field, but they should have kept the Big 8 alive. Now, this is the first year in a while Missouri has competed since they've been a member of the Southeastern Conference, which prompts two questions. Number one, what the hell are they doing in the Southeast Conference anyway? Logistically, it's a nightmare. And secondly, how are they going to reload after 3 straight years, I beg your pardon, giving Georgia the test of the season? Now Georgia comes out of this with a 9-point win. Now they can just look every other opponent in the face, Georgia Tech included, and say, y'all are next, and run them over like lawnmowers.
Well, the guy who did bring that phrase to light is a graduate from UGA.
Okay.
I like how you tied that in there.
Mm-hmm.
Damn you, go bird. Moving on. Bedlam.
Let me start by saying this about Bedlam. It ain't the last one.
It better not be, because it is. I got some terse words for somebody.
You're not the only one. This is not the last Bedlam. Old Snowman is saying it, and I believe it. You want to say something so bad. I know you do.
Not even taking 2 days off is helping me. Brent Biddle. How did you get the Oklahoma State? How did you get the Oklahoma job?
Somebody put in a good word.
How did you get the Oklahoma job? Because I'm pretty sure when you was the DC, which is defensive coordinator for Clemson.
Yep.
Oklahoma wanted the defensive head coach. Where's the defense?
Didn't you ask that last week? And I sort of answered your question with you know what? I'll answer your question that you have posed 2 straight weeks about Oklahoma with a simple sentence. That defense for Oklahoma is Nuff and Ing. There you go. Why are you looking at me like that, man?
Like, you beat Texas in the Red River rivalry.
Yep.
Texas is looking up at you like, can we get back to them one more time?
Yep.
They lose their quarterback in that game.
Yep.
They won both games without the quarterback. You lost both games since that quarterback got injured.
Yep. And
it's because your defense can't stop nobody.
Defense can't stop a nosebleed.
Make it make sense. Brett Venable.
You can't make that make sense. That's like asking Brandon Staley to actually become a head coach.
The side of the ball that got you the head coach position is the side of the ball that's effing everything up.
Well, duh. They're surrendering 37 points a game.
Make it make sense.
I've stopped trying to make it make sense. It's
basically saying Snowman gets hired to a big time company because he does a great job at play-by-play. Right. And then all of a sudden, he's not doing the same play-by-play he did to get there.
Exactly.
Make it make sense.
You can't. Listen, I'm gonna throw a stat at everybody here. You mentioned Texas, which was 3 weeks ago. Oklahoma wins 34-30. That win came in the final minute. Do you realize that since that game, they've allowed at least 24 points in every game since then? 29 at UCF, 27 at least 27 points in their 3 games since the win versus Texas. 29 to UCF, 27 to Oklahoma State, and 38 to Kansas. 38.
In that game last week, all you have to do was stop him one time. That was it. And you win.
They had him pinned in their own territory. They had him pinned in their own territory, and yet they let Kansas walk right down the field. And you may as well sound the alarm right now, because Oklahoma is about to get worked at Lloyd Noble Field or at Memorial Stadium tomorrow in Norman. They're about to get worked over by West Virginia.
If they lose to West Virginia, you thought me going like this or something. If they lose a third consecutive game, all hell's breaking loose on this program, and probably Snowman in the morning, because I will be back on that program.
Good. We missed you. Part 1. Part 2, you may as well get ready right now, because West Virginia is sneaky good.
Because a third loss, that means you're not going to the Big 12 championship, which means I lose another conference pick.
They weren't going to the Big 12 championship anyway. They were not going to the Big 12 championship anyway.
Yeah, let's say 7-0. I say there you go. Nope. I say everybody was typing up Texas. Nobody was talking about Oklahoma. I said, what if? You remind everybody who's been dominating this conference before they leave. Which they were doing. They even beat Texas, which made me look very good. Like, oh, y'all already beat Texas. Oh, we're doing real good. You lose to Kansas, then you lose Bedlam.
The last 2 games, West Virginia has averaged 39 points.
Now you got a rest of Jerry team who coming off their biggest win because they beat the dog breaks off of BYU.
Yep, 37-7.
Just beat the brakes off. And that's the same. And that same BYU team who gave Texas a run in the first, and like in the actually no, I'll say that. No, they didn't give them a run. Actually, Texas beat them down with they backup quarterback. Like, what's going on with BYU? Do y'all not understand? Y'all playing with the big boys. You need to show up.
Matter of fact, Oklahoma's about to lose to West Virginia, and then in 2 weeks' time, West Virginia is going to lose to Baylor.
Oh Lord!
In Waco, Texas.
The carousel is Big 12.
Because if there's one thing, and you pointed this out all season long on this program and on mine, if there's one thing about certain teams in the Big 12, West Virginia, Oklahoma, to a point, Texas, inconsistency rules. Inconsistency. Make sense. Inconsistency rules.
I did talk about Dreamer Fish not winning big games. Hey, Brian Kelly, how you doing?
Where's my soundboard? Okay. That's what happened to LSU Saturday night.
Hey, the Queen of Hoops. What's up,
Queen of
Megan?
Hoops.
How you doing?
What's up, the Queen of Hoops? A shout to her and her daughter Bunny. Bunny is getting better. We've got prayers up for you and your entire family, Megan.
Yes.
Oh,
I think this is the first time Megan has got to hear me really talk about football. I think she's used to me talking basketball, but football, yeah.
You want to hear what happened? You want to hear what happened to LSU last Saturday night?
Come on! When they let your boy Warren for like not 1, not 2, not 3, but 4 touchdowns.
Like I said, this is what happened to LSU last Saturday night in the second half.
Come on!
That.
Oh, and remember when I said there was 2 games that Nick Saban circled on his calendar?
This is one of them.
Yeah, and I said what was going to happen. Then I tell you, Nick Saban was going to get his payback for last year.
You know what Brian Kelly is screaming right now after that loss?
Get me out of here! Yeah, I mean, you know, but you know, Brian Kelly gonna bounce back really nicely, like this Saturday, unfortunately. I'll get to that in a minute. All right, the fan vote was Oregon State and Colorado, and Coach Prime, we're gonna talk about you in a minute. Then we got some upsets in here. You know, somehow Valpo got motivated by a little kid, and it worked.
Mm-hmm.
The Air Force said, no, Air Force. Army said, no. Not like, nope, not doing it. Nope, not having it.
The next one is the one I love because it's the one I watched all the way through after I got my family situated.
Well, we're gonna get to that too, and then
yep.
I got a question for a Big Ten West team because something doesn't.
I know who that. I know who that team is.
Something just don't add up in that game at the bottom.
No Brett Bielema equals no defense.
In that game that you said at the bottom, we gonna get to that.
Brett Bielema
no prime time in both time. I mean, Colorado's been having a lot of prime time spots, but they're
not showing up.
Man, and Shadur Sanders is. I think that limit is getting more and more evident after each game.
I'll hesitate to say, Coach Prime, you fired because this is his first year. But you know what? I shouldn't do this, but I'm going to do this anyway. Here is the perfect sound to describe every game since week 2 of the season for Colorado.
See, you're going to hesitate saying Coach Prime, you're fired. I'm just going to say you better get Coach Prime now because if I know anything about Coach Prime, trust me, he's going to get what he needs.
Oh, he will. He will.
And
that's
then
he's going to hesitate. That's
it's going to be a problem when they get back to the Big 12.
I hope you're right.
Y'all going to waste it, man, kids. Y'all stay in the Big 12. Jeez, I ain't want y'all to come
because the way they're playing right now, Stephen A.
Unacceptable.
You better get in there. And Oregon State, thank you for bouncing back from your stupid behind loss that y'all been taking. I don't know what got y'all them 2 games.
It's Oregon State. Why are you surprised?
Jeez.
It's Oregon State. Why are you surprised?
Well,
they usually have a rocky stretch before the Civil War, i.e. Oregon.
Well, okay. We'll leave it like that.
Mm-hmm.
Army said no commander and trophy for Air Force. Despite only having won 2 games going into this one. No. And then Air Force ranked 25th in the college football playoff code. And it was undefeated. So Army went into Air Force and did that to them.
Yeah. In Colorado Springs.
Damn.
Or in Fort Collins, I beg your pardon. In in Colorado. Oops.
Damn. Just damn. And they just got done getting blessed by LSU 2 weeks ago.
Yep, they got blasted. I believe they surrendered 70 points to LSU or close. No, they surrendered.
And LSU was so clean. They was wearing neighbor fatigue type uniforms in that game with the neighbor fatigue field.
Yep.
And Air Force, we got you ranked in the top 20. When the last time Air Force ever been ranked?
Since the last time I remember Air Force being ranked, they had a quarterback by the name of D. Dowis who ran that triple option to perfection.
And you were undefeated, and then you let Army do that to you in your building? Damn shame. Damn shame. Speaking of damn shame, Marcus Freeman, what happened?
I borrow the words of a legendary play-by-play voice I recently had the chance to meet. Anyone who's familiar with the Indiana Pacers knows the name Mark Boyle. Well, Mark Boyle said this in 1995, and this is my feeling on Notre Dame right now.
Ding dong, the witch is dead!
Wow. Oh my goodness. Wow. Where did that come from?
That was from 1995, Game 7, East semifinals, Pacers Knicks. Anybody who watched that game knows what happened at the end. Ewing went up for a layup, missed it, and Mark Boyle went crazy and supplied.
Ding dong, the witch is dead!
And then Dabo, a little kid got to motivate you to show the hell up. A little kid!
Yep.
You supposed to be Clemson.
There are 3 key words you put in your sentence just now. Supposed to be.
The hell is this? 5-4 Clemson.
When you don't have a quarterback the quality of Trevor Lawrence, you're going to suffer.
Babble, you must be hanging out with Nick Saban. Nick Saban, he been changing our quarterbacks left and right for as I already know, and he's still up here winning 10 games a year. That's why everybody can't stand Alabama, because they can't find a way to make him lose a lot.
Dabo Swinney's brain right now.
You called and blank staggered black skeleton and blinking black punk are you trying to do? Of all that low dirty.
No, that sounds like me right about now. Goddamn.
Because you picked Clemson to win the ACC, did you not?
Yeah, I did. I most definitely did.
Oh, do we have to talk about Wisconsin? No. Okay, moving on.
That side of the conference is just I don't know. Why does that side of the conference even exist? Why does that side of the conference even exist? We all know whoever comes out of this going to get an ass whooping in the Big Ten championship game.
Paging Wisconsin.
It don't make sense, bro.
Yes, it does. Yes, it does.
That the Big Ten West is just what?
Actually, you know what? I have a better sound. This is where is it? This is the Big Ten West right now.
Anyway, you watched this game because somehow where did Arizona come from? What we weren't talking when you said Wildcat, we were talking about Kentucky and Kansas State. How did Arizona found their way into this?
Because it's Arizona and because UCLA sucks without a quarterback.
It's Chip Kelly.
It ain't all.
Chip Kelly. But then again, Arizona is 6-3. What the hell did they become 6-3?
They played football. No one expected Arizona to do anything in the Pac-10. Now they're sitting at 6-3, and they stared down and beat up UCLA. Arizona's
What's looking like,
Arizona's season has been made for the simplest of reasons. They're bowl eligible. Now they get to play an extra game, make a whole lot of money, bring it back to Arizona, and start recruiting the game.
the Wildcats out there in the desert.
Bear down, Arizona. That's right. Bear down, Arizona.
Just handling business. Snowman murmured a couple of years on this one.
I'll go first because I know I'm going to cede the floor to the playmaker here. Florida, I have two questions for you. Number one, what happened in the fourth quarter? Number two, how'd you let Arkansas back into the game? How did you let the Arkansas Razorbacks, who only had 2 wins on the season, back into the ball game? How? How for you do, Krusty?
What the hell was that?
See?
Snowman's about to laugh, and he about to be proud of me at the same time. I'm about to steal a phrase of his right about now.
Go for it.
Give me this count. What in the blue hell was that in Gainesville? We gonna rock alternate uniforms, all black uniforms, against a 2-win team. All we have to do is beat them and we're bowl eligible, and we can't even do that. What in the hell is going on in Gainesville right now?
What in the all types of blue hell?
Billy Napier, what was that? How do you lose to Arkansas?
Anybody remember Full Metal Jacket? I have a sound, but I can't play it on this show here. I can't do it. I want to do it, but I can't.
The Georgia game, I knew what was coming. Hell, even Tim Tebow knew what was coming.
Yes.
So I'm not going to get on you about the Georgia game. We knew. Ladies and gentlemen, I want you to picture this. Picture whatever it can be a sports team, your favorite TV show, your favorite actor, whatever the case may be. But you just know an ass whooping is coming.
Yep.
You can't call nobody.
Mm-hmm.
You can't pray about it. You can't do nothing. You have to sit here and watch this ass whooping take place.
Yeah.
That's what Georgia for me.
Uh-huh. That was
Georgia for me. I knew ass whooping was coming.
Yep.
My mom called me. Was like, "Hey, you want?" No, my stepdad. My mom was like, "Hey, you want to hang out for the game?" Nope. I will be good right here in my own apartment by my goddamn self. Nope. I know what's coming. I might as well stay to myself in this regard. What y'all did? All right, our ass whooping was taken care of. You got our ass whooping. All right, we moving on. Arkansas 2-win team. Oh, we're gonna debut the all black uniform. But by the way, which I actually like those. But you gotta win it. You let an Arkansas team come into the swamp, and beat us in overtime.
That's the
Easily in overtime.
That's the sad part. It was in overtime. That's
easily.
That's the sad part. It was in overtime.
Now, Gainesville Nation, they know how I am, so they know I know what they saying, and they know what I'm gonna say. Fire Billy Napier. And did you not see our schedule next year?
Okay.
Snowman, I can tell you this off rip.
Yes.
Because I already know.
Yes.
We have the 3rd hardest schedule next year.
Okay.
I don't want to bring a new coach into that. That's a recipe for fire written all over it.
You may not have a choice.
And by the way, Snowman, guess what?
Yes.
Now I can put everything back in the The battle for Florida actually takes place next year. We see UCF, Miami, and Florida State.
You're gonna go 0-for-3.
So beating Napier, your ass better be recruiting because at this moment in time, where the you think your assist ain't gonna come from?
It's not. Matter of fact, let me assist in this.
Now you know why I messaged you and said I needed help because I knew this was coming. I was gonna go off.
Oh yeah. I know. Listen, look. Playmaker's not gonna like me for what I'm about to say next.
Hey, I don't even like my damn team right now. So
they're gonna lose Saturday night in Baton Rouge.
Is Death Valley in prime time?
They're gonna lose in prime time in Columbia, Missouri.
Oh Lord!
And then they're gonna
that gave me a prime time too.
Yes, in Columbia, Missouri. And then they're gonna get scalped.
I only hope, and I can leave what I'm saying. I only hope it's Florida State. That's it. And the way they be playing, and trust me, they're gonna remember what took place 2 years ago in that very same building.
Yep.
When we did something to them that hasn't been done in decades.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what the S on the end of it, and which means Florida State did not make a bowl game.
Yep.
And guess what how they responded the following year? Okay, we didn't make a bowl game. We home in December. Guess what? They came on and whooped some ass last year. They go 10-3.
And
now they sitting fourth in the college football playoff ranking.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe we need to lose all three of these games because maybe these guys on the goddamn football team will get their damn act together.
That ain't gonna happen. Not under Napier. Sorry. Not under Napier, it ain't gonna happen.
Matter of fact, I actually want you to lose all three games for the simple fact that you lost to freaking Arkansas.
At home. In overtime.
Wearing black.
Wearing black. The end zones were painted black, for God's sakes.
You don't do that.
The end zones were painted black, ladies and gentlemen. With the orange sideline. They got Florida Field, Ben Hill Griffin Stadium, all dolled up for the team to wear black. And then that happened. Needless to say, I laughed my brains out.
If I went to Christian.
Oh, I know.
And let me move on because I got other things to take care of. This is what I did last week. 5-1, the only loss, of course, the damn Sooners and Bedlam.
No, I knew that. Shucks. I mean, it's supposedly the final Bedlam, which it's not.
They'll get it back at some point, but pettiness got to be over it at some point. And the way Mike Gundy is, pettiness is what he does.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't see Bedlam happening next year. Maybe from the next 5 years. How about that?
Oh, it'll happen next year. Or no,
but 5-1.
I'll take that.
5-1.
It'll be a while. Yeah.
5-1, 41-19 overall.
Mm-hmm.
And the thing about it, I have got every extra point from week 6 on down correct. I am on a roll right now, as you can see, ladies and gentlemen. And this is usually the time of year when you're supposed to mess up because this is all the big games.
Yep.
This
is the drive toward the playoffs.
This is how you know I study my college football.
Oh, yeah.
You don't become 41-19 out of pure luck.
Well, Florida's going to need some of it this weekend.
Don't get me started. Do not get me started. Gator Nation, we're going to Baton Rouge in prime time, which is Death Valley.
Yep.
Y'all know what that means for us.
Mm-hmm.
That's on there waiting to happen. And especially the fact that Jaden Daniels is going to play.
Yep.
And he want to make amends for getting knocked out against Alabama.
Oh yeah.
So he's going to be on a mission.
Oh yeah.
All right.
Let's play over under. Let's play over under.
No.
Please.
Cool. Whatever you say is going to be the over. Okay.
But my over under was going to be Jalen Daniels gets 400.
Like I said, whatever you say is going to be the goddamn over. We couldn't stop KJ Jefferson. What makes you think we're going to stop Jaden Daniels, who is a much better athlete and quarterback than him?
Oh, so are you saying 500?
And them damn receivers ain't no slouch either.
No.
Over there at LSU.
Mm-hmm.
That's the gridiron roundup. A break, come back, and be going on the campus tour. Snowman's first ever campus tour.
Yes.
Cowboys talk.
The Dallas Cowboys got exactly what they deserved. Let me say that one more time, because you know it's true. The Dallas Cowboys got exactly what they deserved.
Dak Prescott is overrated and he shouldn't be paid. Okay? And the same thing with Pollard. I mean, Pollard breaking the tackles at that 57-yard touchdown run. I mean, we needed that big time.
33 points in the fourth quarter. Let me say that again. 33 points in the fourth quarter. And that's off of 4 turnovers committed by the Colts. See, at one point, and the fact that at the end of the third quarter, it was 21-19, and the final score was 54-19. Now that, ladies and gentlemen, that is completely unexpected.
Cowboys Talk is available on all streaming platforms, including Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Amazon Music, and YouTube.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Bearing Down Gridiron. Oh boy, now that I got my frustration out the way,
There's
thanks to a couple of teams, especially that team that's 90 minutes away from me. Now it's the part that everybody loves most, and that's going on the campus tour to see what slates that I got for them this week. And our campus tour begins at Penn State as the 10th ranked Nittany Lions welcome in 3rd ranked Michigan Wolverines. And as we talked about earlier, no Jim Harbaugh on the sideline tomorrow. Ooh. Thoughts on the game?
41-17 Penn State.
He said 41-17 Penn State. Good gracious.
And I hope they blow the ears off the Wolverines. Remember a few years ago when Michigan couldn't run their opening play because it was so loud in that joint?
Well, they still won that game somehow, some way.
I have Penn State winning this.
Speaking of Penn State, you'll get my picks in the next segment. Y'all know how we roll here. All right, that's noon kickoff. Big noon. Fox is there. Day pregame show is at Penn State.
Mm-hmm.
Getting ready. Being interesting to see what Urban Meyer's got to say about Jim Harbaugh being suspended for the last 3 games.
No comment.
I knew it. All right. From College Station, PA, all the way to the Pacific Northwest, Seattle, Washington. Contrasts of styles. Who's going to prevail? 3:30 on Fox after Penn State, Michigan. The 18th ranked Utah Utes going to rainy Seattle, Washington to take on the 5th ranked Washington Huskies. We all know about the defense of Utah. Can they slow down that high-power offense of Washington? Now, gotta say though, have to say, even though I put the wrong date on there, it's supposed to be 11, not 4th.
It's okay. We know it's
the last time Washington was on the field, it was in Tempe, Arizona, and it didn't look like Washington.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm really interested to see how they felt against a team that really does have a good defense. Snowman.
I'll save the rest of my picks for the next segment, but it's the irresistible force, the air attack of Washington against the immovable object, the defense of the Utah Utes.
This is gonna be a fun one.
Oh yeah.
Up in Seattle. From Seattle, Washington, from 3:30, we head to Missouri as the 14th-ranked Tigers go against the 13th-ranked Volunteers of Tennessee. That is your CBS game.
Which means Brad Nessler has the call. That's a
Brad Nessler, Gary Danielson on the call here for Missouri and Tennessee. This see how Missouri bounced back from taking the L to Georgia. And can Tennessee wake up and be the team that everybody thought they was supposed to be, or this is the real Tennessee Volunteers that we see here?
I'll answer that question. No.
So you're saying the Volunteers that we've been seeing lately is the real Tennessee Volunteers, not the one that we suspected to see.
You expect them to win in Columbia, Missouri?
Like I said, my pick set. I have a pick segment. Okay.
I'll come along for the pick segment. Next one.
I have a pick segment here. So that's 3:30. So you got two good games. You got a Fox game with Utah and Washington. You have a 3:30 game on CBS with Tennessee and Missouri. But that 3:30 slot gets even better. I've been waiting for this one. Let's go to Tallahassee, Florida. 3:30 ABC. The 4th-ranked Seminoles at Doug Campbell Stadium taking on the ACC arch rival, the Miami Hurricanes.
My comment will come in the picks.
Miami would love nothing more to spoil everything for Florida State at Doug Campbell Stadium. But Florida State is a team that's on a mission. Jordan Travis is not playing around. He is not getting injured like he usually does. He is popping up and letting everybody know I am here.
My comments next segment. My comments
will
come during the picks.
It's gonna be a fun one up in Tallahassee, 3:30 ABC. So you have three good 3:30 games you can choose from. You can't say football is not interesting tomorrow because that 3:30 slot is sick. Okay, unlike Thursday night football.
Oh, you mean Thursday night football? Thank you, Ryan McCoffey.
Did I say that out loud? My bad.
I did.
My bad. I mean, I'm just saying like.
No. Dear NFL Thursday night schedulers, you fired.
That I literally did not watch that game, Snowman. And you know how I am about football.
I know. Watch that game. I watched Caitlin Clark do her thing. I watched Caitlin Clark do her thing before I took my daughter to work. So I'm good.
All right. From Tallahassee, let's move it all the way to the West Coast to Eugene, Oregon. 10:30 on Fox. So Fox got a nice lineup. We got you a Big Ten game, couple of Pac-12 games, SC and Caleb Williams going against Oregon. And first of all, for those of you who want to pick on Caleb Williams for crying after the Washington game,
I'm not.
In his mom's arms, y'all shut the hell up, okay? That man did everything in his power to get them to win that game if he had a freaking defense. Yeah, and I can't believe I'm saying this because I can't stand USC.
Exactly.
But I literally watched this man did everything in his power. But the freaking USC defense, y'all worse than home.
The USC defense, Nuff and Ing.
Trash.
Oh, I'm sorry. What was that word you said?
USC defense. Trash.
Trash.
There you go.
That is 10:30 on Fox. And then, ladies and gentlemen, the game of the week. Athens, Georgia, we go. College game day is there. The Pat McAfee show was there this afternoon. After Georgia over the hedges, number 2, the 2-time back-to-back reigning, defended national champions, the Georgia Bulldogs hosting the 9th-ranked Rebels of Ole Miss. Big stakes in this one, ladies and gentlemen. Now, for clarification, I'm supposed to have the standings for each of the 5 conferences up, but I forgot to do that.
It's all right.
But let me tell you. But here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Ole Miss wins. They keep pace with Alabama. But I ain't get Alabama yet. I will. Hold on.
Mm-hmm.
Georgia wins.
It's over.
They clinch their spot. Officially clinch their spot into Atlanta. And thusly also helping Alabama clinch their spot
Mm-hmm.
in Atlanta.
Mm-hmm.
That's how big this game is. The SEC championship could be wrapped up by the end of this game.
Yep.
This is a 7 p.m. kickoff on ESPN. First and foremost, who had more authority in picking this game? Was it ESPN or was it CBS? Because if I know CBS want the best game they can put, and like this is the game of the week. So how does it become 3:30 on CBS is what I want.
I don't know.
So you telling me ESPN has more power than CBS?
Apparently.
Because I'm pretty sure. Because if y'all telling me that, I better hear Chris Fowler and Kirk Herbstreit call this game.
And if you don't,
we have a problem.
Oh yeah, we're gonna have a big problem because it's not on CBS. It's not a night game on CBS.
And I guarantee you, Snowman gonna say something about it Monday morning.
You damn right. You damn right I am.
So Chris Fowler and Kirk Herbstreit should better be calling this game. Just throwing that up there. But this is a big one. Lane Kiffin. This week, Lane Kiffin didn't open up his mouth like he does when he go against Nick Saban for whatever freaking reason. Just don't make any
and he puts his foot in it.
And Nick Saban continue to beat his behind.
Mm-hmm.
Now you going from Nick Saban. Now you're going against the guy who has been like the only guy who's been consistently in Nick Saban's ass.
Yep. And it's going to be there again.
And who's been dominating the college football landscape the last 2 seasons.
Soon to be 3.
And he literally said it on the Pat McAfee show, damn near have his damn teams in Philly right now.
Mm-hmm.
Playing for the freaking Eagles.
Mm-hmm. And he reloaded.
And you wonder why the Eagles 8 and goddamn 1.
And you wonder why Kirby Smart is reloaded and not retooled. He's not going to for another few years.
Shout out to Sham Shady, Cool McCain, all the Eagles fans out there. That's for y'all.
Absolutely.
Ooh, that's a big one. That's a big one. So that's the campus to a slate. But I have an extra point in for that usual. And this was it. This was interesting, Snowman, because I had a lot of games on there, and it was a ranked versus ranked matchups on there.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, this slate is interesting here. I don't know which way this is going to go. And the votes kind of did that because with just over 48% of the votes, Snowman, the people have voted for Lexington, Kentucky between the Crimson Tide and the Kentucky Wildcats, 12 p.m. ESPN. That is after college game day.
I'll be asleep.
So Nick Saban's on the road against Mark Stoops. Not Bob Stoops. Mark Stoops, the brother.
Dear Mark Stoops, do it again.
Now, Mark Stoops do have a defense.
Mm-hmm.
That offense is the question.
Dear Mark Stoops, do it again.
So can Mark Stoops pull off a big one? Can he? Willie? Shelly? We shall see. All right. Another quick break. Come back. I'm gonna give you my pick. We're gonna be up out of here.
The Playmaker Squad is sponsored by Lids. Locker Rooms by Lids. Shop hats and official sports gear at Lids. Lids, the leader and #1 destination for hats, gears, and everything that moves you. Make it a perfect shop for fans to find official sports hats, merchandise, and gears. Represent your team, your town, and your style with a snapback, adjustable, fitted hat, or beanie from thousands of college and professional teams. Browse the very latest jerseys and t-shirts for the best teams out there. Lids has officially licensed professional and college sports teams apparel and hats featuring the hottest brands and trends. Shop online or visit one of the 100 stores across the country. Locker Rooms by Lids.
All right, we're gonna do the bear down pick six, and ladies and gentlemen, despite the breaking news that I got, because I actually made these picks yesterday. So the breaking news happened of Jim Harbaugh happening, yeah. But I'm sticking with it. I'm still taking Michigan.
I'm not.
Michigan will find a way to get through this.
No, they won't. They will get clobbered.
They'll find a way to get through this, and then when we get to 2 weeks time, then we'll have a discussion. But I got one super. I got another reason for why I'm doing this, Snowman.
Yes, sir.
So I got on Jimbo Fisher not winning big games. I got on Brian Kelly not winning big games.
Yeah.
There's a coach in the Big Ten who doesn't win big games either.
Yeah, and he's going to lose this one. You can stop your sentence.
Now it'll be James Franklin. You remember when everybody was talking about, why people don't talk about James Franklin and the coach from Syracuse and all these other coaches? Because when they went up against Ohio State, what happened?
Okay.
They're going to play against Michigan without Jim Harbaugh. Guess what I think is going to happen? They're going to take another L. That's what James Franklin does. Whatever. I don't understand.
I disagree. James Franklin will win on Saturday.
So you say he'll finally win a big game for once?
He's going to clobber Jim Harbaugh.
Knowing his history of big games and he don't win.
We said the same thing about Brendan Staley, and somehow they've won 2 in a row. Next.
I said big games. I didn't say game. I said big game. Games
I know.
Look at you and be like, "Are you going to do this time?"
I heard every word of your sentence.
If James Franklin win this game, I would come in here and clap and give him a round of applause because you finally won something that I was meaningful.
Fair enough.
You, for some reason, you haven't won anything meaningful. All right, that's me picking Michigan. I'm sorry, man, but y'all don't have an offense. So at some point, that Washington offense is going to score points at some point on your defense. I mean, Bo Nix went to Salt Lake City and destroyed y'all.
Sound the alarm. I'm going for the upset.
He's picking the Utes on the road.
I'm picking Utah on the road. Razor thin margin. Razor thin.
I'm going Michael Penix Jr. He might throw 2 touchdowns there, and that'll be enough to get past Utah.
Oh, he'll have at least 350. Both quarterbacks will throw for at least 350. But I'm going with Utah to make the walk-off stop.
Dude, he's going big. He's going with the upset. I'm going Washington. Look here. I don't believe in Tennessee. I just don't.
Me neither.
I got to go Missouri.
Man, Tennessee's about to get clobbered.
I'm going Missouri. Tennessee hasn't proved nothing to. The fact they even ranked 13th surprises me, but they haven't proved nothing to me. Like nothing.
Why are they ranked 13th? Have they done anything?
They have done nothing. You lost to Florida in Gainesville, by the way.
I rest my case.
You got slapped by Alabama in Tuscaloosa. Oh, by the other game that I said Alabama, that Nick Saban circle on the schedule that he was going to win. Yeah. What have y'all done to impress me? Y'all done nothing to impress me.
Nothing.
So the fact that y'all even ranked 13th, the fact that you even ahead of Missouri is problematic enough. Missouri, go home, handle business, and beat Tennessee, please.
Please. Miami won't score a point.
I'm hearing FSU fans cheering their ass off right now.
Oh yeah.
As much it would please me for Miami to kick Cal ass at Doak Campbell Stadium.
Do you really after the performance against Georgia Tech when
do you not see the screen? Do you not see what the check mark is at?
Oh yeah, but
Okay.
that's
How
why
are
I'm
you?
posing the That's why I'm posing the question. As Miami had a gift win in their back pocket while they were ranked, and they blew it.
Don't remind me of that damn game. They see y'all like I couldn't be on Snowman in the morning that week because I was finna go the hell off. Actually, no, I was on there. You weren't on there. I think you had an emergency or something. I was on there.
Yeah.
And Cole was like, "Now, why did you have to sit here and say you was gonna mix mentality with Cole Sports all in one?"
I was away that day. Yeah, I had an emergency to handle with my family.
Man, Mario Cristobal got the Dodo of the week and the freaking Moron of the year candidacy by me. For that idiot.
As well, he should have.
Man, as much as I would love for him to go up in Tallahassee and Doug can't stand and whoop y'all ass because I can't stand you guys and you guys get on my goddamn nerves. Like I said, when I picked Georgia over Florida, this is not personal, this is business.
Mm-hmm. And Florida State about to handle business.
So personal feelings can't get involved in business. So I'm picking the damn Seminoles. I mean, if you know me, and most of y'all do, you should already know who I was going to pick to win this game. Off rip. It didn't even, you could take the rankings out the way. You should already know who I was going to pick.
Does USC have anything to stop that hyper fast break offense of Oregon?
I think the fact that their quarterback got killed for crying in mama's arm, they might actually show up for once.
I don't think so.
It don't matter though, because it's Oregon and Oregon
44-13.
Do me a favor, okay?
Yes.
Y'all got like 2 billion different uniform combinations, okay? Just wear black and get it out the way. Just do that for me. Just wear black and get it out the way. That's all I need you to do. Just wear black. And show Florida how it's supposed to be done.
Now watch, they're going to come out with the strangest combination and still get it done. I got Oregon.
Sorry, Jonathan Masters. I'm sorry, but I hate your team. So there's no way.
Got nothing coming.
So there's no way in the blue hell I would ever pick USC in this matchup.
Me neither. I did the USC Utah game, and I knew after that game SC would fall down and not get up.
Which was my idea, by the way.
It was.
Even though he could have called the upset of the whole damn season because nobody saw goddamn Virginia doing what they goddamn did.
You know what? I looked at that game, and I kept getting the updates, and I'm just sitting here going, why wasn't I doing that one? But at the same time, USC and Utah did give me a great call.
Both ranked teams. It was at the Coliseum.
Mm-hmm. And USC screwed themselves with 2 major penalties on the final drive. Gee, why does that sound familiar? I'm sorry.
No comment. No comment. And ladies and gentlemen, the spotlight game. I feel like this is 2 weeks all over again. Good gracious.
Over under 44 for Georgia. I say over.
You know, this feels like 2 weeks all over again for me when I had to sit here and I had to pick Florida State. I forgot who they played, and I'm like, Florida State is going to win that game. And then I think that's the same week USC was playing Colorado. I'm like, I got to pick USC.
Yeah.
And then you got Florida and Georgia. I'm picking Georgia. It's like all the teams I don't want to pick, I have to pick.
Yes.
It's like, damn, I hate this week. Anytime I got to pick Florida State and Georgia, I just feel like throwing up for the rest of the night.
But why?
Because I don't want neither one of them to win.
But they're both gonna win.
For some reason, I can accept Georgia more than Florida State because Georgia fans don't bother me that much. They take their win, they going about their damn business because they like we trying to win championships here, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Florida State fans, for whatever reason, we on a bye week. We not even playing, and they talking about us like, bruh, focus on freaking Wake Forest, all right? Leave us alone. We on the bye week. We trying to get ready for an ass that's coming to Jacksonville.
Oh, gracious.
Florida State ain't playing nobody doing Florida and Georgia week, and they want to try to take over. It ain't nothing about y'all, okay? Y'all asses in Tallahassee right now. It's Florida and Georgia and Jacksonville. Y'all stay your ass out of this.
As I played earlier.
Ding dong, the witch is dead!
See, Florida State fans get on my damn nerves.
Mine too.
See, Georgia fans don't get on my nerves. All they gotta do is look at me and they're like, he understands.
Mm-hmm.
Of course I do, because I'm not doing this. No. Shoot. One of my former coworkers was like, hey, if Florida wins, you wear Gator gear. If Georgia wins, you wear Gator gear. Donnie, you gonna hell no, because I knew what's coming. That's between y'all two. I'm not getting in this one. Nope. I know what's coming and I ain't part of it. Nope. So, yeah, I'm picking Lane Kiffin. You know what? To be honest with you, Lane Kiffin, I'm not gonna. If you do lose, I'm not gonna curse you because this. They the two-time reigning defending national champions. I mean, and they whooped our ass without the best player in college football. And then they beat Missouri, and they beat Missouri without the best player in college football.
And you said just that in reference to Florida and Georgia. And I was a little scared for that game because of Brock Bowers. Man, Playmaker said, man,
stay away from my game.
Yes, you did.
Why? Trust me, stay away from my game.
Mm-hmm. He warned me. He warned me well ahead of time. When I gave him the choice of what game I should do, he immediately crossed Florida and Georgia off the list. And I mean, within a second of me giving him the list.
Stay away. Nope. Mm-mm.
He said no.
Nope. Not. I know what's coming my way. Now, the fan point is, I mean, come on, man. Y'all pick Alabama and Kentucky, so you already know what I'm picking. I do not pick against that man. I just don't.
I will.
Oh, I know. You picking Kentucky.
I'll eat the loss.
He's literally picking Kentucky.
I'll eat the loss. Because for me, it's a couple weeks from now where Alabama plays Ole Miss and gets a foot put in their ass.
So they already played Ole Miss
oh, that's right, they did.
And Alabama won that game.
I haven't been keeping up like I should.
Look at
I have not been keeping up like I should.
As a great speaker once said back in his days by the name of Jim Marone says, Snowman, you have a better chance sitting on the sun keeping it from coming up in the morning than Alabama losing to Kentucky.
I don't care. I'm calling for it.
So,
it's like I said, I'll eat the loss. All right, because my brain knows what's coming. All right, my brain knows what's coming.
And everybody knows Mississippi is cheering you on, Snowman, because you're picking Kentucky, which means they can stay alive even with a loss to Georgia. But the problem is that still leaves Ole Miss to play the Egg Bowl, which haven't been in their favor
Not some time.
And then, do you really want to go with Auburn against Alabama?
I'm staying away from that game.
Just saying.
I'm staying the hell away from that game.
You might as well just go ahead and say Georgia and Alabama in the SEC championship.
HELL, no. It's a lie. I'm not touching it. No.
So yet again, my picks for tomorrow. I am taking Michigan despite Jim Harbaugh being not on the sideline. That might come back on me. Then again, it is James Franklin, so who knows at this point in time?
True. Very true.
Oh, man. Utah, you have a great defense. But I just don't think your offense is going to be able to keep you rested well enough. before Michael Ben James figures a way to say, you know what, I'm sick and tired of y'all. Get off my field. Give me Missouri, because Tennessee, I don't know what Tennessee is no more. Shut up, Noah fans. Yes, I'm picking y'all. Shut up. Leave me alone. Even though I want to pick Miami, but damn it. That.
What'd you say about personal feelings getting in the way of business?
And I'm picking Florida State. Give me Oregon.
The last time for that Utah-Washington game, this is a big one because the last time that Utah beat Washington in Seattle was 2015.
So we going on 8 years ago.
Mm-hmm. The last time Utah beat Washington in Seattle was 2015.
Give me Bonus and the Ducks. Oregon just give me one interception, and Bonus will take care of the rest. Just give me one interception. The Bonus and Auburn will take care of the rest.
Mm-hmm.
And game of the week, give me the Bulldogs. Yeah. And guess what? With that win in the committee, guess what y'all gonna do Tuesday night after Georgia beats Ole Miss? We're gonna put Georgia in a rightful spot at number 1.
To be the champs, you got to beat the champs. To be the champs, you must unseat the champs.
In fairness to the committee, they have been very
I asked, when has the committee ever been fair?
They've been consistent.
My ass.
Ohio State has the best resume out of all the undefeated teams.
No, they do not.
Yes, they do.
They do not.
Who has the best resume?
Georgia does. They're the defending national champions. There's your resume.
I said the resume. I didn't say what
I just gave you the resume. 2-time defending national champions. There's your resume.
There's 2 separate seasons. This season.
To be the champs, you must unseat the champs. And Ohio State ain't gonna get there. Georgia should be number 1 anyway.
No,
until they are knocked off, either through the regular season or through the playoffs, Georgia's the number 1 team, period.
As long as they are 1 and 2, I'm good.
Ohio State, they're not going to finish 1 and 2. Because
you said they're not going to finish, but we are talking about right now. See, this is the difference.
I know we're talking about
right now. Ohio State, they have the best wins. Now Georgia get to the part of the scheduling and say, okay, now we can
we get to put foots to asses.
Now it's Georgia time to say, you know what? We are the 2-time reigning national champions. So you want us to get some key wins? Number 9 just came in our house and we beat them.
Yeah, number 9 just came in our house and we whipped their ass.
You do that, you get your spot back. I have no problem with that.
Never lost a spot in the first place.
But if you lose, however,
if they lose, I'll go off.
If they lose, however,
shut up. If they lose, I'll go off.
Ain't you usually the one who wants anarchy?
Yes, and I want it this weekend, doggone it. And I gotta go. I'll see y'all later.
Thank you for stopping by with the Snowman here. And that would do it for Brain Down the Gridiron on this Friday evening, 7:30 Eastern Standard Time. Thank y'all for tuning in. We went a 30-minute longer than we usually do, but thank y'all for tuning in. Thank you for stopping by. Until next week, enjoy your football. Catch y'all later.
You just experienced Bearing Down the Gridiron, hosted by Donnell, the Playmaker Silence, in collaboration with Arthur's Football. Bear Down the Gridiron is sponsored by Lids, Fanatics, and Paramount Plus. If you enjoyed today's show and would like to make a donation, you can donate via Cash App at $the Playmakers at $the Playmakers. Remember, Bearing Down the Gridiron is available on all podcast directories, including Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Amazon Music, iHeartRadio, and YouTube. And for Apple Podcast lovers, leave us a rating review. Let us know what you enjoyed about today's episode that you're listening to. Tune in again next time for more Bearing Down the Gridiron, hosted by the Playmaker.